What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Trippy's Trap House. We are going to install a 13x6, reinstall 13x6, 32 inches body weight from Amazon. If you had not seen that video, I will connect it to this in the description so you can find it. We're using the cleansing water to clean our edges, our face, after we slick our edges back so we can go ahead and glue this ball cap down. Y'all, I'm out of my HD caps, so please bear with me. This is the trap. We are using what we got. I'm kind of mad about it because the only reason why I don't like using these is because you got to put makeup on them for it to match your skin, and I don't like to use that much product when I'm about to use glue under my wigs and stuff because it doesn't last as long, I've noticed. But it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do because guess where we finna go, y'all? We finna go see King Promise. Yeah, King Promise. Yeah. Show me a jigger, let me see. Yeah, I am at that for my head. Yeah, we Afro beats to the world, baby. You already know. If you didn't know I was African, I am. I'm from the Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Kinshasa, baby. But anyway, that's neither here or there. We trying to look good as fuck for this concert because this nigga said he was about to be paying rent. He was gonna give out money to pay somebody rent. And y'all, that nigga lied. He ain't said shit about it. You know African niggas. It is what it is. The only person that said that they gonna be playing rent is probably Burna Boy and Wizkid and shit like that. But anyways, we are gluing the wig down. As you see, I'm going into the bottle because I like to use my bottles that have like a little bit of glue left in there, so I don't have to waste like my new ones just for the ball cap. So I just used like the older glue to spread that out. And then we're gonna go ahead and take some foundation. It's already foundation on this brush, so I just go ahead and spread it all over or whatever, you know, and use a foundation. You can use one that is your skin color or close to your skin color, or a one shade lighter or one shade darker, whichever works best for you, whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? So this is, remember, this is technically DIY. We doing this on our own. We ain't paying nobody no more. We're not going to the hair salon. Trump is president. We saving every motherfucking coin we got. All right, so I like to put a little hole right here. I seen this method. This is new. The way I'm cutting it is actually new. I seen it on TikTok, so I had to slow this part down. And I seen this part on TikTok where you cut a hole a little bit and then you just start cutting through. So I got my little eyebrow razors. This one ain't that sharp, so I am gonna go ahead and get a brand new one from the box. I will put the description for that as well from my Amazon storefront, because I got so many now. I don't even know why I didn't just go ahead and get a new one, because I should have been done with cutting this already. But I just went in and grabbed another one because it should have been quick and easy to cut this off when it's fresh, you know, when it's brand new. See that? Boom, boom, cut right off. You feel me? Instead of going in with someone that was already used and rusted down and shit real. That's even more ghetto. Yeah, this is the trap. But let's have some class. Let's have some fucking class. All right. So we cutting the edges off right here, and then we're going to do the other side. And I know y'all see me. Normally I cut that cap like what I'm holding. I normally just cut it down the middle. But I wanted to try this method that I had seen on TikTok to see if it was just better, or, you know, what makes it easier. You know, we're just trying out different methods and stuff like that. But yeah, let's cut all this off. You know, you don't ever want to cut straight. Make sure we're doing zigzag or up and down, something. Just like how you do when you cut in your lace. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be able to see that line of demarcation under the lace front. So now that is cut off, this is what I'm going to do with that extra, that little band or whatever. But I had to go back up in there because that original razor didn't cut the rest of that. But either way, you see how it's around my neck? Yeah, look at how I did it. Like, yeah, I guess it's easier just to get rid of that instead of tying it. So we taking that same cleansing water. Instead of using alcohol, rubbing alcohol, I found it better to use that makeup remover, that cleansing water. It is so much easier on my skin. It don't make my skin as dry, and it definitely get the glue off quicker. So this is the wig. I had already prepped it. You know, plucked it if it needed to be plucked. I put the band on. And now let's just put it on to see where we want to lay the glue at. Yeah, this wig is everything, y'all. I love this wig. I'm going to get me like at least 2 more, hopefully, if they don't sell out or if y'all don't buy them all. because the lace so damn thin. I'm telling y'all, it's so thin. The lace is so thin. It's perfect. Like, the lace is perfect. And it's full. Y'all know this wig is 200 and 200 density. Not 250. Yeah, it's 200 density. I love this wig so much. I've been wearing the hell out this motherfucker. Oh God, I have. Like, I love this wig. So now that I know where I'm going to lay my glue, let's go ahead and lay our glue down. I did do 3 layers and sped this up because this is, well, my trapeze. Y'all should know how to lay your glue down. All right, spread it out as thin as possible. Don't use too much, use just enough. Spread it out as thin as you can get it. And then when you apply your next layer, make sure it is clear before you put on your next layer of glue. All right, you see how it's clear? I'm adding on that next layer. I'm doing it close to the wig cap only because I seen that on TikTok. I normally don't do that because I've had a bad experience with doing it like that. Like, it gets stuck to the wig and it just be a mess. Like, it don't be lasting. But I'm trying it again because the girlies are doing that. And I want the cap to stay on when I take the wig off. Like, my cap never stay on when I remove my wigs. I'm telling you. I don't know what I be doing, but hell. Let that whole dry on clear, y'all. Y'all see it. And then if it's still white somewhere, spread it out like I am. Like, go back in there. Go back in there. Spread it as much as possible. Spread it, spread it, spread it. Real thin. All right. So it's back clear. We putting on that 3rd layer. And when it comes to the layers, it depends on your skin type. Like, if you have dry skin like me, they say 3 layers is fine. But if you have oily skin, they say at least 5 to 6. And y'all, I did a test the other day and put on 5 to 6. Hell nah. That hole did not dry, y'all. Like, it was bad. Like, it was a mess. Like, real sticky. The wig was a mess. I had to take it off and put it back on. But stuff like that, I need to learn to just record. I just never really get a chance to just prop the phone up and record it because I'm just so busy. Like, this I did at night. Like, I don't even know how I had the time. I was mad tired. But I did it because, honey, I had to be able to make time to get ready so I'm not rushing for this concert. So we are pulling this wig forward. Remember, when you're pulling your lace down, we want to put it a little bit before the glue. So leave some lace behind. You feel me? Leave some lace in the front. You see that, how I did that front part? Lay it section by section. Leave some lace up there. And the only reason why it looks like I'm tugging so much is because I have a big head. Like I said, I can only do 13 by 6 or bigger lace fronts, and my hairline is low. As thin as it is, it's low. It's close to the brow. So I have to get the lace on my skin. Okay, and this helps you protect your hairline. So yes, lace frontals can be protective styles when installed correctly, especially if the glue is on your skin and not your hair. If you're going for the Lagos hairline look, it is possible to install it without actually having to get the glue on your hair. You just need to work with your forehead and then pluck properly. Pluck as much as possible. It's an illusion. It's not meant to be realistic for real. It's just an illusion. So you have to work with what you got and learn how to make it an illusion, you know. And the only way to make it an illusion is when you pluck the hairs. Like, as you can see, the way the hairline is, I plucked it so that way I can put the lace on my face, basically. You know, use that room, use that space to create it that way, to make, and that's when it'll start to look realistic. Because if you're not plucking the hair, yeah, of course you're gonna just put the hair on your hairline. But real hairlines are not full for real. Even if it's full, you still got those little baby hairs in the front. You still got those, you know, thin areas up and down, up and down, up and down. You gotta make it look like a hairline, you know. So that's why it's best to just pull it down. So I'm just holding it a little bit so it don't come off. And now what I'm doing, that extra lace, you can either glue it down, go in and glue it, or just cut cut it off. In my case, I'm going to start cutting it a little bit, but you don't want to cut too much lace because that's when the lace gets smaller and stuff like that. But wherever it's like seemingly bald, I cut it because it doesn't look good when it's glued down. It only looks good when there's hair there. So I just cut off little pieces that I felt like were a bit much. And then I'll go in after, and if anything is still up, I'll go ahead and add any extra glue. But the sides that I like to avoid cutting are the sides, for real, because that tends to get smaller than the front. And then these Amazon wigs, they don't make the sides as full. I don't know if y'all remember the frontal wigs when they first started coming out. It was all the way from front ear to ear, for real. Like, we didn't have the tracks up to the ear, but these ones these days have the tracks up to the ears. So once the money looking right, I'm just gonna start back making my own wigs with the frontals, you know what I'm saying, and the bundles. But eventually I will make videos on that too, but I can't do that right now. Let's work with what Amazon give us. So I'm just going in, cutting off any extra lace that I don't want. So, and I just check it by lifting it up a little bit with my fingers. And yeah, go in with a nice sharp razor. You don't want to cut off too much because you're going to cut off some hair right here like I did. Like, you can see the hair coming out. I was pissed when I did that, but it is what it is. We got to keep going. See, I'm just checking the other side to do the same thing, cutting off any extra lace that I don't want to glue down, or that's where it's seemingly bald. Right there. And then you see how it's like all rigid. It's not straight across. That's how you make it look realistic. So in this case, with this transparent lace, I don't like to use makeup on my lace. Y'all haven't been really seeing me do that. But in this case, with this transparency, it's mad ashy. Like, this lace is mad ashy. Like, I'm going to start like maybe buying a tinting spray or something like that, or make my own. But I just use that same brush that I had used to put makeup on the ball cap to put on the lace, so it can start looking like my skin, looking like my hairline. You know what I'm saying? When we melt, that's when it really will blend in. So once I'm done putting this makeup on there, we're going to put the band on because the glue is not completely dry yet. And then we'll go in and start melting. So here we're going to put the band on and put it on tight. I know it's going to hurt. We'll give you a headache. Take some ibuprofen and set you a timer for about 15 minutes. Put the band on. This helps with the melting process, okay? So now that it's melted, we're going to take the band off and let's just see what it's looking like. Okay, so it's giving something. All right, so it is giving something right here. I'm just removing any extra glue because I had cut some of the lace, but I'm going to do that when I'm done melting. And use the makeup water from Garnier to remove anything else. All right, so I'm just combing the hair back, making sure I don't need any more glue anywhere else. And it looks like I don't, so we can just go ahead and start melting this bad boy. We can start melting this bitch because, honey, I was looking good as fuck. Too good. My rent should have got paid, for real. Really should have got paid, but they weren't talking about shit up there. But the concert was turned, y'all. So we're going to use our faves, L'Oreal Lock-It Weather Control Hairspray and the Ebin lace melting spray, that Wonder Stuff. I know y'all don't like. I know we're not supposed to be fucking with Ebin right now, but honey, I am. Okay, it is what it is. So when we're doing the melting, I'm actually doing it sections at a time. I don't want to do it like all at once. So y'all see what I'm doing? I'm spraying it. I know I'm not supposed to spray. I done told y'all let's not spray. We're supposed to use a brush, but I sprayed it. And you could see it melting already, blending it with my skin as I spray. Okay, so I'm going all the way in right here on my forehead. And we're spraying, and we're going to use our blow dryer on. I like to go back and forth between the hot and cold. And I like to also just, that spray that I had got on the hair, I like to comb it into the hair to push the hair back, to push any flyaways back so it don't get stuck in there, so we can have a clean install. It's all about the clean install. And y'all know I'm going for the no baby hair look, but y'all gonna see why I ended up doing baby hair. And sorry, y'all, my little light had died and I ain't feel like charging it. And plus y'all can still see me for real right here, and it looks a little bit more realistic because you can see the difference between when I spray it and down there in the corner when I don't. So we're gonna blend that whole, we're gonna comb it into the hair so it looks clean. So yeah, I just go back and forth between hot and cold on my blow dryer, because you know hot get really hot and it start burning your ass, so you just gotta turn on the cool. So now I'm going in with the Ebin Lace Melting Bonding, whatever it's called, the Lace Ebin Wonder Lace Melting Spray, whatever, the melting spray Ebin got. We spraying it right there at the top, and I'm loving the results because baby, it's eating down. And the only reason why I like to use the brush so I don't use too much, and I make a mess. Look at that, all over my forehead. So it helps just keep it clean and you from doing too much, you know, cleaning of the forehead and stuff like that, any extra product. But it is what it is right here. And plus, make sure it's completely dry. Don't be trying to put the band on there when it's tacky. No, let it get dry, like dry, okay? The melting band, you know, you put the melting band on after. You can leave it on. I like to leave it on for at least an hour or overnight. In this case, I am going to do it overnight. But if you're going to do it overnight, make sure you got a fan on, your AC on, so you're not sweating in the middle of your sleep. And when you wake up, it's going to be all bad. So I'm just blow drying until it's completely dry. You can even tell the difference right here from when I had sprayed the spray on it and from now that it's dry. Trust me, you might be holding a blow dryer a long time when you're doing this, but do it. It's worth it. It's worth the look. It's worth the process. This is how you finish your look, okay? And we're going to do this side. So this side right here, it started coming up because I think I was getting hot, honestly. But it's not a problem. We're going to pull that hole down like that with the blow dryer. Boom, hold it. And blow dry it again until it is completely dry, okay? I just love how everything is coming together and how I've mastered this hairline. If you still don't know how to do this hairline, I do have videos on this and when I do wig reviews and revamping and customization. Now that it is dry, oh my God, I love it. We are going to put our melting band on, okay? So I did sleep with this. Mistake, because y'all, I messed up my wig so bad. I was so irritated because I had work the next morning, so I was trying to figure out how the hell I was gonna have my hair done before this concert. So I had to do it while I was working. I would have did a recording of the reinstallation, but why? And like I'm telling you, out of all days and shit, when you don't need work to be busy, work is busy. So I had to do the reinstall off camera because I had sweated in my sleep and my wig was stuck to the band, y'all, and I ripped the damn lace. I had ripped the lace. I'm talking about like in a straight line, like right here. This is where I had sewed. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to save it. I had sewed it right there, but it wasn't even that bad because I thought it was really bad to the point where I needed baby hair, and come to find out I didn't even need no baby hair. So if you want to know how to do baby hair, I do have a video on that as well. It's in the Get Ready With Me for the Bow Tie Baddie event. That's a whole other video because I'm not into baby hair anymore like that. So the fact that I had to do it, I was very frustrated. But I'm like, no, this is the look I want. I want curls. I want straight hair. You know, but it ended up coming out super cute anyway. So I did just go ahead and melt right here. I did the same exact install, like when it comes to the glue, the layers, everything. And the only thing different is the baby hair. Okay, the reason why it's curling up because I had used my mini curling iron to curl them up so I can create a base for my baby hair. So we're just melting the hair after we had dried it. And I see how I decided to use my brush. I think I had sprayed that hole too much. That's why I had got stuck to the band, honestly. But it's all trial and error. So now it's completely melted. I was actually feeling it. I'm going to take my holding spray the baby hair. And then let's go ahead and start molding it. The only reason why I like to use the holding spray or mousse is because I can make it fluffy. These two products can make it fluffy. Holding spray or mousse, but I didn't want to use mousse because I was just not in the mood to move too fast with it, because when you're using mousse, you need to move fast or it will lift your lace. But it was coming out cute, y'all. Look at that. It's coming out real cute. Like, what you mean? Like, come on. And I was thinking, like, man, I'm about to look ghetto. I mean, I know I'm from the trap and all, but I was really, really feeling my no baby hair looks. Like, it was giving woman in her 30s, it's giving classy, it's giving, like, it's just giving. Y'all be seeing my videos. Like, the no baby hair look just really be doing it for me. But I guess I had came so far along in my customization of the hairlines. I'm feeling this too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling this too. Like, now when it comes to the baby hair, like, it's really giving. Like, y'all see this, like, it's nothing wrong with it either. You know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna use the baby hair to cover where I had sewed, but I was being over dramatic because I had customized the wig, the baby hair on my head, so on the wig stand head. So I was thinking that was gonna show up, you know, on my skin, but only for me to put the wig on, and the thread looks like black hairs. Like, it looks like black hairs coming out the scalp type stuff. So I still could have went for no baby hair look. And right here, it was a little bit long, so I was just cutting it a little bit shorter. But we're doing the same thing we did on the other side, molding it, spraying it, molding it until we are satisfied with how it looks according to our face shape. And I'm definitely falling in love with the look and baby hairs again. I thought I was over it, but I guess you could never be over something that you were originally growing up on, for real, especially as a black girl. So I'm just looking at myself, making sure it's matching on both sides. I mean, I know they're twins. Well, not twin sisters, not twins. So you can do your best to make both match as much as possible. But especially with the middle part, I want them to, like, match for real. All right, so I'm doing that. I switched the comb because these one has smaller teeth, so I could really get up in there, because the holding spray was drying it fast, so I didn't want to put too much spray on it. So the sideburns, I normally like thick ones, but for this hair, I did just go for like thinner ones, and it definitely came out real cute, because I normally go for the thick, and it's crazy seeing me with thinner baby hair than usual. Like, I used to really be really ghetto with this, like the thick, all that. But this right here is still classy, it's still cute, it's still me, you know what I'm saying? It's still trippy, it's giving women in her 30s. It's really giving that. Like, I really love it. I loved it so much. Like, it really ate down. So we are officially done. I'm just looking at it, seeing if there's any touch-ups that are needed. I'm checking both sides out. And yeah, this is the final look. I'm gonna show y'all how I looked all dressed up with the curls and stuff like that. But yes, I love this. Like, tell me what y'all think. You know, leave your comments below. Everything I used will be in the description, including the wig. Again, if you were not able to get you one, grab it now, because it is on sale for $79.99, and it's originally $179 for 32 inches. Okay, you cannot beat this deal. Like, look at me. Like, come on. It's giving this your hair you mix. Damn, that shit come from the scalp, y'all. But this is the final look. Love y'all. What you say?